أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This video is about 6 ideas to enjoy Ramadan, Insha'Allah. Now, Ramadan is expected to begin on May 16th. That's a Wednesday, May 16th, 2018, Insha'Allah. And I wanted to give some ideas on how to really enjoy Ramadan from your heart, Inshallah. Number 1 is remind yourself that fasting is the dearest act of worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In a hadith Qudsi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, every deed of the son of Adam is for him except for fasting. Fasting, it is for me, and I will reward for it. That is recorded in Bukhari and Muslim. And the scholars say that the phrase fasting is for me means that fasting is the highest form of worship. So it indicates the superiority of fasting over all other acts of worship in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also said, whoever fasts in Ramadan with faith, seeking Allah's reward, all of his past sins are forgiven. And that hadith is agreed upon. Number 2, read the Holy Quran in your own language with commentary so that you can relate it to your life. Ramadan was the month in which the Holy Quran was revealed for our guidance. So we should really try to understand the Quran's message and relate it to our own personal lives. Besides reading the Quran in my language, which happens to be English, I also enjoy watching YouTube videos that are explaining the meaning of surahs, such as a tafsir or commentary on Surah Al-Kawthar by Sheikh Yasir Qadhi. And if you go to my website, that video is on there. Number 3, work on a goal for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that uses your interests and your creativity. It is really fun to use your creativity for doing something positive for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I love to write personally, so I actually worked on my first book, The Basic Values of Islam, during Ramadan. If you want to look at that book for free, it's on my website, howtobeahappymuslim.com. Some people like art, some people like crafts, some people like organizing events, some people like making videos, some people like cooking. Any hobby or interest that you have, you can turn it into an act of worship in Ramadan, and it can become a really fun project to do. Number 4, write down all the areas of your life that need improvement and then make du'as in those areas. So I think a lot of us have heard of a dua list where you just write down everything you want to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for. Ramadan is the perfect month for that. There's a hadith that says that any dua made in Ramadan will not be rejected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So ask for whatever you want. It doesn't matter how big it is. Write it down. Write your dua list down, and read that dua list to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every day of Ramadan. And inshallah, your dreams will come true. The hadith that says that says 3 du'as will not be rejected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The dua for the parent for his child, and the dua for the one who is fasting, and the dua of the traveler. And that is recorded in Sahih Tirmidhi. So really make a dua list, and anything that's not going well in your life, write that down as a dua to pray for. I love to turn my problems and my weaknesses into a way to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I personally had gained a lot of weight at one point in my life, and I prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help me lose the weight, and I prayed for that in Ramadan, and believe me, I did. And I know it was because of the dua that I made in Ramadan. Number 5 is to stay up for the entire night of the Night of Power, Laylatul Qadr. The Night of Power or Decree is the greatest night of the year in Ramadan. It's the night that the Holy Quran was first revealed. It is better than 1,000 months, and that is in the Holy Quran, chapter 97, verse 3. So this night is better than 1,000 months. To worship Allah on that night is like worshiping Him for 83 years and 4 months. So you really want to start getting ready for that night. It is one of the odd nights of the last 10 nights of Ramadan, and many scholars believe that it falls on the 27th night. And this year, that would be June 10th. So it actually starts the 26th of Ramadan, but it starts in the evening. So that year, this is June 10th of this year. So on the Night of Power, you basically remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You try to stay up all night, and you can of course read Holy Quran, recite Allah's beautiful names, send blessings on the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, ask Allah for forgiveness, reflect on Allah's creations, and any good deed that you do is also an act of worship. And if you go to my website and you search Night of Power, I have a post about an actual schedule. So it's a Night of Power schedule that you can follow to make it easier to know what you're going to do that night, inshallah. And of course, drink coffee or some caffeinated beverage to help you stay awake. Number 6, the last point, invite people to your home for iftar dinner, which is the fast breaking meal. So plan to have some people come over. Generosity is part of Islam, and build those relationships with your brothers and sisters. And to end this video, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever gives iftar to one who is fasting will have a reward like his, without that detracting from the reward of the fasting person in the slightest." And that is Sahih Tirmidhi. Ramadan Mubarak, everyone.